So Val just told me she was keen to fire a Niskin here, but the arm hadn't been working. So I don't know if we want to try again with the arm at some point soon.
Gabby, you on SPL? Oh, okay. Good morning, front row.
Hello.
We have
Good morning.
We have a request to fire a Niskin if we can.
Okay, so because it seems to be to do with the heat at where we are, but the starboard arm's not working right now.
Okay.
And I can give it periodic tests, but I suspect that given that it is 24 degrees in the water, that we're, 28 degrees? Ooh, 24.
Okay.
Oh man, it's cold. It's colder in here.
Yeah, 24 degrees that we're not going to get it back. So I will check it regularly.
But we are an ambidextrous ROV.
We sure are. So do we
Data,
have 5 and 6?
do we have Niskins 5 and 6 open?
We do.
So
do we want one or two?
Well, we wanted 2. The only thing is they were saving 5 and 6 for regions of particularly interesting biodiversity, and we're hoping to get just 2 more like
so
well, why don't I try the starboard arm real quick?
Sure.
It's just a little hard to get settled here because I don't have any Doppler. So I'm going to have to actually push into the cliff face here.
Okay.
And we should only be firing 3, like 1 of the Niskins here, sorry, not 2 of them.
1 Niskin, roger.
But we'll save our port arm and bottles 5 and 6 to
can you give
somewhere
me, when you're
suitably
settled,
exciting.
porch out? And you can go all the way out. The way I can get, the way we're not landing the Niskins in the muck. Okay, awesome.
And Megan, in terms of making the value judgment of a place of exceptional biodiversity, once you get your eye in, we'll leave you to make that call unless somebody from outside the vans stages an intervention. How about that?
Okay. I mean, there seems to be a lot of biodiversity right here, just on first observation.
Yeah, I think we're just arriving at the top of this plateau, so apparently, like, it was a binary thing for the whole of the previous dive. It was like the lights came on.
Right.
Oh,
I guess
look
they
at that.
didn't.
Look at what we have.
Oh,
look who came to the
super.
party.
Hey, buddy.
Good morning.
Give him some robo snacks.
I know. Hey, so we want to go for a Niskin 1?
What's open?
Yeah, whichever the next one is.
They
Niskin
are
1 is
all
used.
okay. Only 1 has been fired.
Okay, let's go for
Niskin
number
1.
2,
So
please.
2.
Yes, please.
And Raya's gonna set me up.
Get it while it's
and video
not too
is setting
hot.
me up, and you guys are amazing. Okay, sounds good.
There's a warning. It says, careful, there's a fishing line or something below where you're heading down. Maybe biological, but it's a line.
Okay, after this Niskin, I need to talk to you about that.
Yeah.
Because I definitely want to know more. And I'm interested in the fact that that's the first I've heard of it.
I don't see a line. I see our tether.
That might be what they're watching. It's somebody on the chat from the video feed. So
Yeah.
if nobody mentioned it on the handover, then still worth taking seriously.
Okay, thanks. Here we go.
Gone. Yay.
Okay.
Nice.
And the pilot wins a cigar.
So we are not going to be pressing any blue buttons.
Okay.
No blue buttons, and
That was
I
just
know
a
that you
temporary
guys are all
lull
good
in
for
the
it.
blue
What
button
was
trauma.
that number?
Whoa, look at that, celebrating.
That was 287.
He's such an excited
Jazz
lad.
hands is a
Such an
celebratory-
excited little robot.
Yeah, exactly.
Megan, could you give me
Celebratory jazz
a
hands.
very brief description of the species we have here?
287. Well, that's going to be hard because we're
Lots.
totally outside of my depth.
Oh, okay. Even just
I
like
see what you
Okay,
did there.
well,
Welcome
in
to
this
my
view,
world.
No blue
we've
button.
got
No blue button.
some
No blue button.
crustose coralline algae. I think these brown plate things might be Leptocerus, which is a type of mesophotic hard coral. I think these two guys up here are sea pens. There's some whip-like black corals. There are probably a bunch of different types of black corals. There are a bunch of these black crinoids that I've been seeing spotted around here. There's some in the upper view.
Go for zoom
Oh,
video.
yeah.
This is really fascinating to look at. It's
Yeah.
so different from what we have been looking at.
Lots of crustose coralline algae. Yeah, these plates do look like Leptocerus.
You can stop there.
Okay.
Is that good for you, Megan?
That
Yeah,
sounds
it's
great.
great.
Thank you so much.
And Megan, feel free to ask for zooms and pans and stuff like that.
Yeah. There might be actual algae down here. It's bright enough down here. I wonder if in the daylight we could actually see the bottom.
Yeah. Do
Yeah.
you think it's that clear?
It should be clear enough to see the bottom. It's only like 150 feet.
Meters.
Well, at
What do
the
you-
top of this skio, it's
Oh,
up 50
really?
yeah, it's 50 meters, so that's like 150 feet.
Yeah,
I think
shit.
Herc
In
will
here
definitely
with
be able to
the
see the sun come up on the next watch.
Yeah. Wonder what this little red might be. See that little
yeah.
red circle?
I do.
Could be like an anemone or a cup coral.
I can push him further if you guys want.
Oh, go ahead. Why not?
Yep. Okay.
And thank you for the description.
I'll tell you why not.
Never
Why
mind.
not?
This is full zoom anyways.
Okay.
Darn.
Ta-da! Yeah, there's some foraminiferous, and there's some green algae as well. And there's maybe some red algae.
I really want to work up this color palette.
Yeah, that's great.
It's really beautiful. Like chartreuse and magenta, sandy colors.
And this like light tan.
Yeah,
To bring it
it's
all
a
together.
beautiful color palette. I actually have to really definitely document this.
It would be a great
I feel
knitted
like
sweater.
yeah, I was gonna say that'd be a great sweater.
Yeah.
I agree.
Make for a good lava.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so we got our Niskin here. What else is up for this spot?
I think that was the
There
key
is some-
thing, really.
Yeah, I
but-
want to check out some of those corals off to our right.
Okay, go wide.
Going wide.
Oh, thank you for bringing me
Oh,
back to
there's
that.
one.
Where did that note come from? Was that from the previous watch?
It was from the chat from shore.
Oh, okay.
The chat
The
said
science chat
Yeah,
or
that,
the
no, just
everybody chat?
Public
yeah,
chat.
everybody chat.
Okay.
Can we
they're
pan
just
up a little
warning
bit and check out that red
That there
coral?
might be a line.
Okay. Oh wow, there's definitely stuff over here I want to look at.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, let's zoom the pair
Okay, go
in
for
front
zoom.
of us. Yeah.
Going for zoom.
See if I'm right that they're sea pens. Maybe they're black corals. I don't know. Can't tell.
They look like sea pens.
They look like sea pens, but
I'm
only
getting,
the polyps will tell.
okay, I'm getting very serious. Well, I've got to get closer then. So,
Okay.
go wide.
Going wide.
I'm getting such serious sea pen vibes.
Yeah, they're very flexy. Of course, we can also get a bunch of Gorgonian coral groups that I'm not familiar with.
Oh, because we're out of your depth.
We're way out of my depth. My knowledge spans over a lot of the ocean floor, but this area is not it. So all those people who are like, Megan's so knowledgeable.
Yeah,
I got a
there's-
very particular set of skills.
Don't we all?
I feel like you say that, but you're still going to know
Yeah, you're
a
still
1,000
coming up
times
with
more than anybody else.
Oh, I'm willing to hazard guesses.
Speculate
What is
wildly.
it? Yeah, it's like what Robert likes to call us navigassers.
No.
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 I'm not guessing. I can get them a little close. Like a bunch of the fish we'll see. Might be able to do family, but I won't necessarily be able to spit out those species names like I do for some of the other groups. Might be able to give you a Hawaiian name here and there.
Sweet. Okay, go for zoom.
Going for zoom.
Keep pushing in.
They're really
We gotta see the
cute.
polyps.
Yeah, polyps. Oh, they're very, very wee. It's really pretty. Well, it does look like an octocoral. So, yeah, I'm on Team C-Pen on here. Oh, and look at this crinoid with the yellow golds situation.
Just added an orange C-pen or whatever it
This
is.
color is great.
Yeah,
I
it's
like
beautiful.
that. It's like orangey red.
Yeah.
I don't know how well these corals here are known, because again, out of my depth. But I kind of want one.
You want one. Okay.
You think so?
I mean,
And the associate
I
to go
think
with
that
it?
you probably want one.
I just don't know like how important a sample like this is. Like it could be mesophotic zones aren't super well studied because they're a little bit deep for diving for surveying, and it's a bit shallow for most of the vehicles that we have. You know, our vehicle can go to 4,000 meters. Do we take it to 50 meters? Generally not.
No.
It's just sort of a passing through thing. So these types of areas don't get surveyed as often. You can do drop cameras with GoPros, with like, you know, your cheap plastic housings, and that works really well, but you're limited on the number of deployments you can do before those fail.
What is this thing underneath the rock?
Would you like to get one of the
Underneath
two?
Is that like
Yeah, I
a
think
tiny
so.
sea star?
It's really
Oh
cool.
yeah, it's a really little, is that
Yeah.
a really little sea star?
I don't know. It could be like a
Are you
piece
all
of
the way in
algae,
video?
too.
Yeah, this is all the way in.
because it's the same color as
Yeah.
this algae
It is the
stuff.
same color.
How many sample chambers have we filled
Yeah.
data?
What do we collect?
Not very many. So we've got 3 slurp jars available, and only 1 bio box has anything in it.
Yeah, I think characterizing this mesophotic zone might be a worthwhile endeavor for us.
I would
Sounds
support
amazing.
that, Megan. This zone here from 100 meters to 300 meters is really understudied and undersampled.
Okay, that's a green light from
Love
Val.
the sound of that.
Let's
Yeah.
go for it.
Okay,
Grab
go
the
ahead.
one we're looking
Go ahead.
at, or its neighbor.
They've both got the same associate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they do, which is really cool to note.
Yeah.
Animals that associate with corals are of high interest to understanding these communities.
Okay, so do we think this is, so if this is a C-pen, it's going to be hard to cut, right?
I think it'll just pop off the rock.
So you want to get the whole thing.
Yeah, I think it's pretty small. See, it's only 10 centimeters,
Okay.
so it's like this
Okay.
big.
If we
And
get
where
its
would you
base,
put it?
it will sink in our box
Yeah.
because the base will be nice and heavy. But if we don't get its base, it'll be floaty, and I might think about slurping it.
Yeah, slurping,
Is
it's
that how
really
you're
flexible.
thinking?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It's really flexible. It should slurp real easy.
Okay.
If it does come up heavy, Chris, are the small starboard bio boxes open?
Yep.
Cool. So
I think there's just one rock and one of
Okay.
them.
Yep, we got 1 rock, the rest are open.
Cool.
It looks like it could potentially be quite floaty.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
I'm
does look
getting a
very floaty.
floaty vibe.
So if it,
Super floaty
if it
vibe.
comes up with an anchor,
yeah,
then we can do
yes.
bio box, and if
Yeah.
it doesn't, we'll slurp it. How's
That's
that?
a great plan. You're right. It is way smaller than I'm thinking.
Yeah. Oh, when
Okay.
we're zoomed in fully, it feels huge.
Yeah, it's just very close though.
I remember collecting like a mushroom coral, and I thought this thing was like, you know, fist size, and it turns out to be like this like super wee,
Teeny little.
tiny little thing.
Okay, so I'm gonna try and set us up for this grab and slurp.
Data, when you have a moment, I've just started pumps 9 and 10 and 11, and I stopped pumps 8 and 9.
10 and 11. We've got jar 1, 2, and 5.
Yeah, they put a snail in 3 because I said to collect the snail.
So Megan, would you like me to attempt to pluck it or cut it?
Pluck it.
Okay, because that affects which part of the jaws I use.
Mary, just one moment, please.
Yeah, no rush.
Which pumps were those that you started?
I started 10 and 11.
Okay.
Excuse me. Excuse me. There we go.
And that's going to be 288, 289.
Yes, 288, 289.
Yeah, great job, video. Keep pushing in.
Okay.
Oh, it's so squishy. Oh, nice.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's like really on there.
All right, probably going for forward boxing.
I think we're going for starboard box.
Starboard
Can we go?
box.
As long as it stays attached to this rock, which
Yeah.
I think it wants to.
Yeah, it's hanging on.
Okay. Do you, Data, do you have what you need as far as documenting this?
Yep, got all the pictures
Okay,
you need.
sounds good. Go wide.
Going wide?
And we can
And,
choose any one of the
starboard
starboard
box out.
fireboxes?
All but C. So you have the first 2 forward or the last aft one?
Any apart from your favorite,
Yes.
Gabby.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
rats.
Slurpy time.
Okay, that's changed our plan a little.
Oh, sorry,
Okay,
that
we're
was
gonna
B.
slurp.
That's right, we're going to slurp.
I was
It's
super
like it lost its
impressed with
anchor.
its determination
I
of the
know,
rock.
that
It was really like
impressive.
pumping above its weight, wasn't it?
So you can go starboard box in and start the suction.
Yep.
Up.
Very nice. All right, suction coming on. And this is sample jar 1 science.
Yes, got
Suction's on.
Yeah,
Slurp
suction
jar
It
is on.
really wants to escape right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, no.
That's interesting. I don't really understand why the jaws aren't
Can
closing
you
all the
can
way.
you pick up the slurp and slurp it from there?
Yeah, I think so.
Rather than try and chase
That's
it?
a great idea, Chris. Thank you for bringing me back to reality there.
My espresso's been working its way through the system a bit longer
For a
than yours.
while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was in line ahead
I
of you at the
appreciate
espresso machine tonight.
Okay, this is going to be weirder than it should be, just because of the way that things are.
Yeah, and the ball is a little...
Yeah. Okay, do we have suction going?
we've got suction going.
Wow, I am just getting thwarted at every turn here, guys.
Oh, no.
Can you do a little more suction?
Yeah.
Okay, why don't you turn it off? I'm going to see if I can get a better angle on it.
Okay, suction on.
Excuse me. Excuse me, let go, please.
That might be helpful.
I don't even know if it'll let me turn this way. Maybe. Okay, suction on.
Okay, suction on.
Oh, there we go.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
Oh, nice.
What a time.
There it is.
Did you see it in the jar?
I saw something fly in the jar.
I'll turn suction off and see if it floats to the bottom.
I guess
Sure
it
does.
may just be floaty enough, it's not going to be kind to us like that.
It was just the vaguest bit negative, or it wouldn't have sat on the porch like that.
Maybe try a little bit of suction again. Just to see if it'll...
No pressing
No.
the blue button.
No,
No,
Don't let me press
No
the blue button.
buttons.
Or we won't get any more cool corals.
Okay, Mary, what was the end
Here, I'll
time for
rotate it.
Oh, do I need
pump
to?
8.
It was ended at 11:13.
Oh. Wait. 11:30. Okay. And the
I
volume.
can probably stretch out the...
139032.
Someone said they thought they saw it, but
Yeah, I knew I saw the brittle star.
Oh, okay. Well, let me stretch out
139022.
the suction sampler
32 at the end.
Okay.
3-2.
and see if it's not
Okay.
like caught in a bend somewhere.
And what was the stopping depth?
157 meters.
You guys, I
Okay.
pressed the blue button.
And
But
same
we've still got
end
the
time, 11:30 for.
They're both
I
11:13.
need better. I need more
13.
help. I definitely have a problem with the
Sorry,
blue button.
1130. Is that what you said?
1113.
Oh, 13.
Put a little cover on it.
Got it. Sorry.
Yeah, we do
Yeah,
need
you're
a
good.
little cover. Oh,
Oh,
I did not mean to do that.
well,
I am apparently taking samples.
just a little bit of shell.
And what was the stopping depth?
Uh,
yeah, I still haven't seen
157.
it,
Can
And
you
the volume.
pan up with me?
134212.
212. Okay, and then
There it is.
There it is.
Yep, great.
Okay, perfect.
Nice.
what
Okay,
was
and pan down
start
with
time
me.
for pump 10?
Also 111313.
Okay. And same for 11?
Yeah, great.
Perfect.
And same depth as well, 157 meters.
Well
Nice
worth
job
doing.
doing a
Okay.
trillion things at once, Fry.
That's okay.
Excellent.
It
Thank you
is
very much.
kind of the
Yeah,
job
no
description,
worries.
but still you're doing a good job at it.
Yeah, you've got a lot of like little
Okay, let's-
squirrely tests to do over
Yeah,
there.
a ton of squirrely tests. That's a
Let's-
great way to describe that seat.
All right, we got that in sample jar 1.
Cool.
okay.
Confirmed.
As is the
No
one
blue
that-
button.
No
No
blue button.
blue button. Is that what's on the porch?
The
as
knife?
is
No, there's shell.
Oh, Nautilus
It's a
shell.
Nautilus shell that we tried earlier.
Ooh.
How did you pick it up?
It's a suction.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Did we want to sample it more securely, like in a way that we're going to get to keep it?
We weren't able to get it into a box. We tried,
Yeah,
and
it's
it
got
was
a hole
very
in it.
fragile.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
it's
gotcha.
kind of just there for now.
It might
Okay.
it might stay with us. It
it's
might
either
not.
coming
We'll
home
find
or
out.
it's not. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Are we, so pan up
Yeah.
and video, you can give us a normal iris now.
Yep.
And do we just want to bop around here?
Yeah, I really want to see
Well-
these two red corals
Okay.
just off to
We
the
are
right.
not going very
Before
far.
we do,
Yeah, just
Uh-huh.
turn around.
before we go anywhere, like the best TV drama, we're 20 minutes into the show. It's probably about time we introduced ourselves and
Oh,
pointed out we
yeah.
haven't started yet.
Yeah.
It's one of these things of when you have the cliffhanger thing, and
So
amazing
much
stuff
excitement.
happens, and then suddenly they go to commercial break, and you go, oh, the show didn't start yet. So let's do that with a quick round of introductions. Belle, over to you.
Good morning,
While we're
everyone.
doing that.
Talofa, Noingo Isabel Tutuya. My name is Isabel Tutuya, and I am sitting in the Science Communication Fellow seat. Over to you, Chris.
Hi, everybody. Good morning, wherever you are on the planet. Welcome to the wonderful world of the 12 to 4. As ever, our awesome team in the front row always like to stay up the show. We're doing something dramatic, and we've just been doing that with our coral. A little bit of on the edge of your porch. Are they going to make it? Are they not? Is the sample going to behave itself? Where's it gone? And we're going to look forward to another 3.5 hours of exactly the same kind of fun driving around very shallow waters today in the corals. So who else do we have? Who wants to go next? Mary?
Hi, I am Mary. I'm also on the science team for this watch. And particularly I'm running the eDNA sampler and 2 gas sensors this dive.
Yep. Good morning, everybody. I'm the other Chris. I'm in the data seat, and I'll be here for the next 4 hours.
I put myself on SPL. Go for Zoom.
In your front row, this is Megan, who's way out of her depth today, and super shallow mesophotic ocean. And it's really exciting, so we're going to see lots of cool stuff that I'm going to be like, I don't know, octocoral? But great to be here. I'm your navigator.
Gabby in the Herc seat.
Right in the Atalanta seat.
And Samantha in the video seat.
And
What do you think about this coral?
yeah, that's
Well,
very
it's an
good.
octocoral, and the one next to it is also an octocoral.
Okay.
I totally thought this lighter pinky one was going to be a black coral, so that's cool. I was like, oh, I might actually know what this is, but I don't.
Is that a coral without an associate?
Without an associate?
Without a single associate.
Yeah,
I haven't seen any.
Yeah,
I'm not seeing anything, but
there's none on the darker red one, and I don't see any.
maybe
on
that's
this
just a
lighter red
thing
one.
that doesn't happen if you're shallow. Well, but the one we just sampled had an associate.
I'm gonna check out my Gorgonian's other.
Megan, did you get that
Can
last sample?
Can we
It's
just
290.
put that in C log? I think that's like
290. Okay.
Yes, that was the start.
GO. Gorgonian's other. Your other's a Gorgonian.
Well, so
My clothes I'm gonna get to
in
snark.
the Hawaii Undersea Research Laboratory Animal Guide, they did a bunch of shallower water exploration with the submersibles. So there are some photos in here of things from this depth. And so I'm like loading the pictures to see if maybe I can possibly ID it from these photos. They did come down here and do some explorations back
I've seen an
early
associate.
2000s. Oh yeah, there's a little brittle star. I really like this darker color one.
Yeah, the dark red and with the white polyps.
Oh no, it's a really satisfying color.
Yeah.
No, it's not Chrono 80s. It's not Unicella. Oh, it won't load. It could be something like a Unicella. This one is really small, like, I don't know. I don't know. I want to collect the darker red one.
So it looks like it has a stiffer skeleton.
Yeah, I'd say it's stiffer. It will probably sink.
Probably a front box collection or a side box collection.
Yeah.
I, for corals, always prefer front box, but at some
Okay.
point, like, it depends on how many corals you're willing to put in the same box. Like, whether
I'm willing to put some of these together, I think.
If they're distinctive enough, one
Yeah,
from another, right?
Yeah,
Then-
I wouldn't put two Gorgonians in the same box, but
Okay.
like a Gorgonian and a black coral.
Okay. I guess I should see how it behaves, because it
Yeah.
might just be an
Yeah.
I think the problem is, I think when I grab it, I'm going to get a bunch of discrete
Bits.
Right, it might
bits
fragment
because
a
of the way
little
it
bit.
branches.
Yeah.
So I kind of want to put it in the front box.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds great. I don't think there's anything in the front box, but they do have the scoops in the box.
Yeah, I know, it's annoying. Oh, so I should, I'll manage the scoops first.
Yeah.
Um,
Because I think if we can do where there's a sample in front of the scoop and after the scoop,
okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, we can consider
then
that.
it would be
sounds
like kind of separated.
good. Yeah. Data, how does that sound?
That sounds great.
Okay. Video, go wide.
Going wide.
No blue button pushing.
No blue button.
No blue button. No blue button.
And I think this wire coral that we're seeing is dead, so.
Okay. Can you retract and set
But it's a
me
black
up
coral, and you
to
can see the black skeleton.
move things around in the front box?
Someone
We
type.
want forward box open.
Yeah.
Someone's typing in. I think it is Unicella. That
Yeah.
was yeah.
That was one of my guesses, but
Asako from Shore, Megan, has said she thinks it might be better to collect both.
collect both. Okay. Well, Asako says
She
both
said-
is a good idea. I
said
think
it's
both
like-
is a great
Said
idea.
it's two different octocorals, too difficult to identify them, and so getting both would be good.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a high probability these have never been sampled before, so
Okay. So dark purple is probably going to be a great box collection.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I actually think that on the right-hand side, the light pink
might
one
be a
will,
good suction.
That would be a
it could be
snip-and,
suction if I get a small
snip
piece,
and
but
suck.
it could be box if I get a big piece.
depending on how
Sounds
it
good.
comes away. Yeah.
Sorry, Chris, you said something? Chris German?
I was just wondering if that's the case, does it matter which one you do first?
I don't think so.
If the I
Well,
was
it
just
could-
thinking
maybe it's an
if,
anthosalid.
I was thinking if the dark red one, if you did that first and it was in the bio box, are you worried that might escape if you then had to do snip and slurp for the other?
I don't think the dark red one has any interest in escaping.
Okay.
I think that's not an escape
Right.
artist.
Yeah, I think
right,
it'll
then.
be denser.
Okay.
But I think the other one might have some designs on freedom.
So maybe do the dark one first because
Yeah.
it'll be
And then
the
we
less
can,
problematic one. And
yeah, and then we
see
can
how you do with the other.
see what the other one is telling us it wants
Then, okay.
or doesn't want. Okay, no blue button pressing. No blue button pressing.
Touche pas le bouton bleu, for those of you listening in Canada.
What's that?
Sorry, I was just translating into French for the other half of Canada.
Wait, what? What just happened? Was he speaking French?
He was
Yeah.
saying, don't press the blue button
Oh, in French.
in French.
Okay, thanks.
Because then you can
I
say,
don't know
touche
why.
pas. Touche pas is like,
I don't know why
well,
either.
well, that whole thing of like, don't press the blue button. It takes too long, right? And touche pas, don't touch
Okay.
it.
I
That's
feel like
really
I
fabulous.
guess they don't.
I
Not a lot of
actually-
French speakers in British
can you
Columbia.
pan
Huh?
down?
Wrong part of Canada.
Yeah, there are some,
yeah.
but not a lot.
Is Asako from BC?
No, no,
No,
but
she's from
Gabby
Japan.
is. I'm trying to make sure. I'm trying to work
Gabby
out
is.
how do
I
we.
see. I was trying to work out who here speaks French.
and
And
No,
then
no. I was
it
thinking
turns
if,
out it's not Gabby.
no, I was like it's the other half of
Does it
Canada,
go
but
out
not
at all
not Ryan,
anymore?
not Gabby.
Or
No,
is this
that's
the
it.
outest?
That's the honest.
I mean, upstate New York's nearly Canada, right?
It
It's
really
near-
is.
I mean,
Really
Quebec's just
Canada.
across the border. I thought
Are
you
you
might have had a
removing
little bit of
these
exposure to it.
I am just gonna try and get a.
Don't
I'm
throw
gonna
it.
make sure that they're
That'll be
sort
easier.
of most optimally placed. Is what I'm going for here. Just do some scooting. I think I'm gonna put this
Yeah, we have
sample
recovery at
like,
what, 6 a.m. So
here.
we've got like
So you
a
have to
good
leave the bottom up.
5 hours.
Yeah, you have to
Yeah,
leave the
where we
bottom
can
at
just
5:55, I
We're
think.
gonna stuff these boxes full of
Yeah.
corals.
We don't get a lot of opportunity to survey the mesophonic zone, so we're gonna
I'm really excited
have a
about
party.
this. As long as I can just not push the blue button, we're gonna keep partying
going.
until watch is over.
Another option we could possibly do is we make it to the top, we wander around, we don't like it, we can always jump off the cliff.
I'm imagining a world in which we get to the top of a guyot and you're like, I don't like it here.
Let's
It's
go.
like, it's like
It's actually
I
a
can't stand the pressure. There's not enough pressure. Go deeper.
Yeah, I bet when we get to the top, there'll be a ton of fish.
It's too bright.
So
It's too bright.
let's, yeah, pan up, get me centered on the purple coral. And stop vibrating arm. Thank you, thank you. And can you box in a bit?
Absolutely.
Oh,
What's up?
it might be an anthosalid. Since another guess. Unicella or Anthosalidae.
Asako says the dark one reminds her of Echinogorgia, but she's not sure at all. Hence the need to collect a sample.
Okay, yeah. Well, she would know. She's got a lot more knowledge of these types of animals.
Thinks the dark color must be the color of sclerites. Am I
The
pronouncing that correct?
sclerites?
Sclerites.
Yeah.
Okay. I was just about to say, am I pronouncing that right? No. Rock.
And what are sclerites?
Sclerites are like little
Can you pan down a little bit so I can
pieces
see
in the tissue. So they're a good way
There
to
we go. That's what I wanted to see.
identify the corals.
Hmm.
So, like how sea cucumbers have
I love that view.
ossicles and sponges have spicules,
Mm-hmm.
octocorals have sclerites.
Cool. And are they pigments or are they sort of
They're like
structural?
little hard structural pieces.
Are they? Is this? Are they specific to octocorals or specific to this specific octocoral?
It's specific to octocorals. Most octocorals have sclerites.
That's very cool.
Yeah, sometimes you can see them. Like when we zoom in on some of the corals, it looks like it has kind of a rough texture to the polyps.
Yeah.
Like there's like little bits in the tissue. Those would be the sclerites. You can put them under the microscope and it can help you identify them to species.
And is it, what is this, like, what are sclerites made of? Like, what is it, mineral? And if so, do you know what mineral?
I think most of the time they're calcium carbonate, but they
Okay.
can also be other materials.
Okay.
You ready for forward box open?
Yeah, that would be great. And what does our scientist ashore feel about this sample? Do we have enough? Can you center up the jaws?
She has not said anything yet.
Anything about that?
Center up the jaws so we can get a zoom
But she
on
did
the
say
sample.
that sclerites are magnesium calcium carbonate.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
She also said that this sample, if you preserve it in ethanol, will preserve the color.
Okay.
Whereas somebody
seem good?
earlier on
Yeah, it seems
in
good.
the
Okay,
previous
go away.
watch,
Go
there's
away.
a feather star apparently that when you add the ethanol, they think it's going to turn an evil dark purple kind of color.
Yeah, it depends on the sample. Like
Yeah.
crinoids will leach their color into the ethanol too.
Yeah.
Turn everything really weird colors.
But this one will just stay a nice color apparently.
Oh, that's
Oh,
good
nice.
to know.
Yeah.
That's less processing for me.
Yeah, you don't have to keep switching out the ethanol as it gets all...
Which is good, given how
Questionable.
many thousands of samples this dive might
That's
generate.
right. This is going to be an intense
Yeah.
post-dive. Yeah, if we have 3 dives like this, you're still going to be processing samples all the way into port. aren't you?
Yep. Might be.
That's going to be an intense day. You'll have to set up
Mm.
like a assembly line for the draining and the double bagging. Oh yeah, that's plenty. That's great.
Yep, Asko said she thought that was good.
Okay.
Enough branches to get everybody what they need.
Yeah, we got some good like branching pattern.
Yeah.
Might
don't-
just
I
keep
don't have
stick to
a-
the bag.
Yeah,
Mm.
I don't have a lot of time for how temperamental the arm is being tonight.
I don't think it's gonna fly out. So
No,
Okay. Okay, yeah, it looks very
it
stuck.
looks like it's nicely entangled with the netting, doesn't it?
Okay, shall we take a look at how this other side's gonna sample?
Mm-hmm.
The other side, yes, so,
I'll just close it for now.
yeah, that's great. Can you pan up?
Megan, that is 291.
right.
So is this going to be one that's too soft to snip?
This one will cut
Okay.
if I land it right and our blades are sharp enough.
Is there a chance this has to be slurped?
I don't have a great read. What do you think?
Maybe. Might as well prepare a chamber just in case.
Okay.
That would be chamber 2 or 5.
Copy.
Can you zoom video?
Yep.
Excuse me. Let go, please. It's like
It's like Velcro.
Having an octocoral hug.
There we go.
Oh, and you have the associate in there.
Mm-hmm. If it sticks around.
Oh, it's leaving. You can watch it running away.
Mm. You got it.
Almost there. Come on, buddy.
Yes. Nice.
Okay, that's great. Got it to let go without doing anything to the rest of the coral.
Nicely done.
Okay. What do we think this is going to do? It's not a super big bushy sample, so slurping is definitely an option. Megan, I'm going to defer to you on this one.
Okay, I
can make whatever you give me work.
I think slurp it.
Okay, sounds good.
Do you want to get a view of it first?
Yeah, let's.
That's a great idea.
That's a nice
Got it.
sample.
Thank you.
Think that'll be too much for the slurp?
You think? I guess the slurp opening's only 1.5 inches. Yeah, maybe put it in a box.
Okay. Yeah, why don't you box out?
Okay.
And yeah, thank you, video.
Do forward left, same as the first one?
Yeah.
It seemed smaller when it was not in view.
Yeah.
Right.
And also now I'm discovering it's kind of wire brushy.
Yeah.
Like it wants to be a certain shape.
It's gonna bing.
Okay.
Spring
So
out.
I'm gonna try and get this inside the scoop on the left-hand side. Data,
Okay.
does
Nice.
that sound okay?
Yeah.
Yep, that sounds great.
Okay. Easier said than done. Gotcha.
Good job.
Nice try, buddy. Yeah.
There we go.
Alright, good if
I think that this might need to be slurped, guys.
Well, what about if you move the scoop forward over it
Let's try that.
and then try and pin it in place?
This is very fun times for arms. Thank you.
Yeah.
I think it'll stay.
I think
Okay.
that might just solidify it enough.
More ROV arm puzzles, please. Makes my brain happy.
Front box Tetris.
Yeah, exactly. Love it. Okay.
Gotta give
There's
Gabby
gotta
her
be-
enrichment activities.
Yay. I'm so enriched right now. There's got to be at least 6 more things to collect here.
Oh, maybe not right here.
These are Megan's enrichment activities.
Yeah.
The front row gets so enriched.
All right, Megan, that was 292.
Great.
Rye's got to push 8 buttons at the same time and read 2 minds.
Do not press the blue button.
None of yeah.
Thank you.
You can press
Oh my gosh.
8 buttons at once, but none
I
of them
really
have to be
wanted
blue.
to.
All the other colors of the rainbow are available to you.
If you guys want to get some of the coralline algae and maybe that tan organism,
Leptocerus.
I think it's Leptocerus, but just to confirm, that might be really helpful as
Okay.
well. Since you're here and stopped and doing
Val, keep
arm
up
puzzles.
the great work. More sample requests.
Yeah,
Yep.
let's scrape and slurp it.
Okay, what are we looking at?
We're gonna scrape and slurp the purple and the brown.
Purple and brown. Great. It sounded more complicated when Val said it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I understood what she said,
It's,
and I interpreted for you.
yeah, Megan's here to... Megan speaks pilot.
Yeah. Yeah, it did. Okay.
and that the coralline, you might be able to pick up just a rock with it on there, and
yeah.
that would be good. But we have a researcher that's been working in American Samoa looking at coralline algae, and I bet they would love to have some from down here.
Okay. Oh, well, if we could just grab a rock. Do we see any loose rocks?
I can zoom in a little more.
Let's zoom in.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me a little zoom.
I'll zoom past just the porch. See if that gives us a good view.
How's Adam going to feel about bringing back a rock for him that he's not allowed to do anything with?
Yeah. He's gonna be like, I don't even want
taunting
this
him.
Be a
carpeted.
promise, right? It's like, you can have the rock when we're finished with it.
Yeah, it might be better just to find a loose rock.
Look at that bright orange, the brilliant orange,
Oh, yeah.
encrusting something or
That's
other.
amazing.
Yeah.
Like right underneath the stick.
There's probably some like tunicates and sponge, and we got the purple that's the crustose coralline algae,
Okay.
and green that's algae, and the brown that's the Leptocerus.
Okay, so what do you want from here?
I think maybe we go find a cobble
Okay.
that'll meet our needs.
That has the same stuff, and just
Yeah.
pick it up.
Okay,
Yeah.
go wide.
Going wide.
Because otherwise, yeah, if we do scrape and slurp it, it'll just become a smoothie.
Yuck.
Yeah, which won't be super helpful.
Like really yuck.
But there should,
No blue button pressing.
yeah, any rock around here that's loose should have those items on it.
Do you think up in this area, top right, might have some
Yeah,
loose stuff
maybe.
over there?
But
Okay.
wouldn't it, like, loose rocks are not going to be a place where corals want to live, right?
I mean, there might just be like
I think they're going to live
a
everywhere
rock
here.
that's in a channel. It's gonna have a bunch of. The crustose coralline algae will cover any surface.
Okay. Oh, so it's not a coral, correct?
No.
I'm going to try one of these up here.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
exactly what I was looking at.
And there's a cool coral above them, I think.
I keep bumping into the bottom because my porch is sticking way out.
Oh, and there's a cool soft
I
coral.
can fix that for you. if you-
No, I think I want it to stay that way, but I feel very gangly. Oh yeah, there's lots of loose stuff here.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Rye,
Yeah.
if you can keep from pushing the blue button, you want to grab one of these?
With the arm?
Yeah.
Sure. Give it a go.
Yeah, the only difference between where we're at now and where you were at is now you have azimuth, which
Yeah,
will
right.
be a little bit of an adjustment.
'Kay.
I forget, did you have the big jaws on when you tried it? I think you did.
Oh, no. I don't
Okay.
think so.
Okay.
But, yeah.
Big jaws are really gangly, but they're good for grabbing rocks.
'Kay.
Actually, so I'm kind of looking at like just any one of these like little rocks in front of us.
'Kay.
Yeah.
Am I okay to grab this?
Yep. Take it really slow.
Yep.
And it can be one of my favorite things to do, especially when I haven't picked up the arm in a while, is like, if there's something I'm going for, first thing I do, so you want to keep your jaws closed as much as possible because these are very big gangly jaws, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, you're going to pick it up, you're going to lock the jaws, and the first thing you're going to do is you're going to touch the thing you're interested in. And that will help you get a sense of how your shadows are going to fall and when you're close to it. And anything you grab right here, you might actually even be able to see in lower. So, yeah, give it a go.
Okay.
You don't even need to press the blue button.
I just remember how I liked to hold this. Okay, and unlock is this one?
Yeah, this one here.
Yeah, okay. And so things will move as soon as I do that, correct?
Yep, absolutely.
Let me just get...
And I find that the key to this is just go slow. There's nothing you can't do if you go slow.
And so,
And-
like, any of these...
And we
like,
want something
yeah,
with
we'll
the...
get a zoom. Touch something you're interested in, and then we'll zoom on it. And
maybe that?
that's a good one. Okay, I will center it up. We can see if that might be an interesting one.
Maybe go
Megan,
for
can you
something
help us figure out whether this is going to have the algae on
We
it?
want something with the dark red and the brown, I think,
Yeah.
from what Val was saying.
Okay, so I think actually, see that lower left hand? There's purple and brown on
Thinking
it.
this one here?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that might be good.
Okay, let's go for that one. Can you go wide video?
And this one here also has some
Yeah,
good
so
stuff.
give it a
maybe.
tap first.
Yeah, or
You're
any
talking
of
about that one?
those.
Uh,
I thought you were talking about this
That
one.
one.
that,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
the
Yeah.
one I'm thinking of.
That was definitely the one Chris mentioned.
Yeah. There you
It's
go.
loose. Right, we want to try for that one?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so.
Yep.
Alright. Oh, and jaws are locked.
Did you want to zoom and confirm, Megan? Just to
Yeah,
make sure,
let's do a quick zoom.
Go for zoom
before
video.
we fully
Going for
commit?
zoom.
You can freeze the arm for a second while we do this, so you don't get
Yeah,
tired.
it's got both on it.
Yeah, alright.
Okay, go wide.
Going wide.
And you're going to figure out sort of the perfect amount of zoom that you want for things like this. I usually like to have at least one joint of the wrist while I'm pulling in.
Yeah, okay.
It can get hard to actually grab things if you're too zoomed out. I don't know. You'll figure it out.
Yeah, okay. Did we like that? Sorry.
Yes.
Yes, okay. And I am unlocked there.
Oh, nice control over your grip, your jaw extent there. That's awesome. That's definitely something I try and do a lot, is keep it from opening all the way. It's okay, it'll pin against the porch. I am going to extend the camera so that we can see that. And you need not worry, you're not going to be getting up into where the camera is. Nice job.
Like that one.
It's carbonate, so it's like
It's gonna squish.
fragile.
Yeah,
But
okay.
that's okay. Let's take a look, and if we need to get a different one, we will.
Okay, go for zoom video.
Going for zoom.
So when you're doing this,
Yeah.
get the jaws. So right now you're looking down the jaws like this.
Yeah, yeah.
Get the
okay.
jaws so they're sideways.
So like
Go a
this.
little wider
Yep.
video, just so she has a sense of where the joints are.
Yeah.
Pick the arm up and get it so we're looking at the side of the jaws. Go full wide.
Full wide.
Like this.
Stop there.
Yeah.
Azimuth out.
Like that.
There. Perfect. Because if you get in over the porch, we
Yeah.
actually don't have good lighting there.
Right.
And so when they're looking to get a picture of the sample, they want good lighting on it.
Yeah,
So
okay.
you stay out in all the spotlights.
Yeah, okay.
Also, it keeps you away from the camera.
Perfect.
Okay, go for zoom.
Going for zoom.
Halt the arm.
Okay, there.
Spend time halted. You need the
Yeah.
rest. Is that too small? Do we want to go a bit bigger?
Yeah, a little bigger. I think it got a bit
I think
squished.
it got
Okay.
squished, yeah.
It's okay. I think we have some other options. Go wide.
Going wide.
There's one that I'm looking at that's like right above the porch on the right-hand side, lots of purple on it. So set that one down, and
Just that one, Gabby?
that's the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah. Okay.
As a matter of practice, set it down gently.
Okay.
When we do get this sample, can this go in the same forward bio box as the two
Um,
coral samples? If
I
it's
would
from the same
put it
location,
in the
or would you put it somewhere
starboard.
else? Okay.
Nice.
I just wondered if we could use the same
That's
place.
beautiful.
Good.
This is also a thing some of the Hawaiian people we took out on a cruise taught us to do, is if you don't want to sample, you set it down gently.
Mm-hmm.
And then
So
it
you can
sticks
also
here.
rotate it.
Okay.
Rotate your jaws a little bit back and forth. It looks a little stuck in there. You can also smear on something.
Yeah, I'll try opening all the way.
Well, if we're going to pick up the other rock
Yeah,
with the
you
same
can-
stuff,
Yeah, pick up
can we
that
just leave
other
it where
rock
it
with
is?
that
And
in
if
there.
it works loose, then great. And if it
Alright.
comes along as for the ride, then we get
And I can scrape that
more
off
of the
later.
same stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
Because in the interest of like you sort of learning one skill at a time and being able to like let it sink in, I'll put this in the starboard box. Or you want to put it in the forward box?
Let's put it in the starboard.
Okay. I'll put this in the starboard box for you, so that you can let this like first set of skills sink in.
Yeah. Okay.
Because the starboard box is another like mental leap.
Can we sort of center up on
Sure
what that is?
thing.
Okay. And can you do like a half zoom video?
Yep, half zoom.
So we're trying to get.
Let me know if you want further in, Rye.
Yeah. We're talking about this rock here. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I really like your control of how wide the jaws are. That's not an easy
This is
feat.
the easiest one for me with this grip, actually.
What's the easiest one?
Having the jaws like,
Half open?
yeah.
Nice. That's great. Okay, go for zoom. And this will get us our data zoom
Yep.
here. And halt yourself.
Okay.
It looks like it may have broken into 2 pieces or a few more pieces.
I'm halted there.
Okay, cool.
I don't see any of the brown.
No brown. Okay. Well, shall we get this sample
Let's-
and then get a brown sample?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oop.
Up. Are you halted?
I think I pressed the button.
Okay. Go wide.
Going wide?
Yeah, sorry.
But that was the wrong one.
I did,
That's okay. I do that all the time.
yeah.
Yeah, we can just grab another rock.
Yeah. This is a great spot because there's a plethora.
Robert did that earlier.
Yeah. And I do it twice a watch.
Weird, I was halted and then I was,
Yeah, so
Anyway.
if you're halted and your jaw locked,
yeah.
when you unhalt, your jaw stays locked. But if you're halted and you've just been holding the jaw closed, when you unhalt, the jaw will open.
But in this one, the jaws don't lock where they are
Correct. They drift.
usually. They go,
Yeah,
unless
they
you get
drift.
that one spot.
They repeat the previous command. So
Yeah.
if you were like closing, they're going to keep closing. And
Right.
if you're opening, they're going to keep opening.
Yeah, okay, wait.
Okay.
So is that too far away?
Should
It
we be able
looks
to
like
get
it's
that?
something that's got dark red and brown. Maybe zoom before we try, just to make sure it's got the right
Go
stuff.
for zoom. It looks
Okay.
like it's got everything.
Yeah, it's got everything.
So for this one, consider coming in at it from the side.
Yeah, okay. And are we going for the red one?
Yeah.
No? Okay.
Yeah.
I think,
Can
yeah,
you circle
kind
it,
of like
Chris German?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
How's that?
perfect.
Okay,
Okay.
go wide.
Going wide?
Let's see if we can find it after we go in.
Mhm.
It's right
Yeah,
below the
there
2
we go.
lasers.
Okay. Perfect. All right. Cool.
Practicing coming at things from different angles is really helpful too.
Yeah. All right.
The arm and the way the wrist joints are structured is actually quite good for coming at things from the side because you'll yaw all the way over.
Yeah, okay. So you're talking about coming in. Sorry, I'm just trying to remember my... Oh, funny. That's gotta... Sorry, I'm just remembering things and talking to myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're talking about coming in with this, like,
Yep.
that.
Beautiful. That's exactly what I'm talking about. And then rotating your jaws so that they're parallel with the
Yeah.
ground. And I would always do practice doing blades down. So give it another 180 degrees.
Okay.
Because when you sample a coral, you always have the blades down and the squishy part that grabs the coral up.
Okay, is this blades down?
Nope, other way. Or keep going, sorry.
Oh, I see
think
what you mean.
Blades
Like
of this
that.
part.
There.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
it. Yeah.
Beauty.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, and then I want
Yeah.
that.
Right below the 2 lasers.
Yeah, okay.
That one.
What do I bring? I'm missing one of these joints in my head.
Elbow, probably.
It's okay. That one I got. It's this one. I'm just not indexed very far. All right. So you're talking about coming at it like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And is this the rock right there?
Yeah, it is.
Yep.
The reason I like
do
to
you need some zoom now?
Yeah. Half zoom would be great.
the reason I like to come at it from the side is because if you come at things from the top, you often end up doing a blind grab.
Yeah. Okay.
And this way you can see a lot better.
Okay.
Got a question coming in. How come we can't grab more than 1 rocks? I guess depends on the
Oh, we can
weight,
definitely
yeah. We
grab
can-
more than 1 rock.
We can, yeah. I think
Oh,
it's
yeah.
there's a limit to how many rocks total we can grab because
the weight.
there's a certain strength
That
that
one
the
actually
vehicle
looks
has
attached.
to bring everything
Oh,
back.
look at that fish.
Fish?
Yeah.
What is that?
Oh,
Big
yeah,
fish in
that's
upper.
a gumpillid.
Yeah, some of the-
It's like Ruvetus, maybe.
Nope. Okay. Go wide.
Going wide.
And a tiny fish looking at the jaws.
Okay, the next one I've got my eye on.
Yeah,
is,
any of
can you
those
go
in those
full wide?
corner over there.
Yes. Right there.
'Kay.
And I will pan down. I was just about to tell you to pan down, but you can't pan down. You're doing something else right now.
Like, I can try, but this might be. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, so again, yeah, if you can grab it from the side, so much the better.
Yeah.
But if you can't, then you just do it from the top. That one also looks attached.
Maybe.
Okay, so
That's
there's a
weird.
few that
Maybe the one just up diagonally 45 degrees.
This one?
Yeah,
Yeah, that one is
that
definitely.
one looks good.
Has that
Go
got the
for
brown
zoom.
as well
Go
as
for
the
zoom.
red?
Half zoom. Yeah, it's got some of everything on it.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what we want. A little bit of everything. Sampler platter.
Nice job. It's a great way to go about grabbing that. And you can get, yeah, it's nice to have the jaws a little bit in the substrate like that. Oh, beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Give yourself
That
a
is
jaw lock.
Jaw locked. Okay.
Nice.
Perfect.
Go wide. So now, keep yourself out so you're not over the porch.
Yeah.
But bring yourself back around front. I'll
Okay.
follow you around. Nice. Oops.
Alright.
And then,
And you're going for starboard on this one, right?
yeah, I will. So now
Okay.
you're going to spin it to show the camera.
Yeah, okay. Okay, just get in here. Sorry, I'm doing lots of,
Yeah, and you don't need to
Whatever.
bring it in too much closer.
you can go for zoom video and I'll spin it.
Going for zoom.
Beautiful.
Nice.
That's a great piece.
You want to see the other side too?
It's got a little,
It's got a little
coral.
little coral on there too.
Oh.
Bonus.
Cool.
What
Got
is
it.
the white
Okay.
layer?
Let's stow it.
Okay. Go wide video.
Going wide.
Megan, do you know what the white layer on it is?
No clue.
Do you want it in
I
a
think that's
certain
the rock.
position before?
That's
It could be
Right.
part of the rock.
exactly the way it is.
Just the rock?
Everything just locked like
Yeah,
that.
that is
It
locked.
looked like
And
it
then
was
just
on the
set it down
surface,
carefully,
but
and I'll take
Okay.
it. Nice job.
it's hard to
Good
tell.
job, Ryan.
That was really good.
No blue button, Gabby.
No
Blue
blue
button.
button. Don't let me press it.
We've been getting people asking what happens if you press the blue button.
Arm stops
Well, it
working.
powers
The
the
arm
arm
turns
down,
off and I can't
the
turn it
arms,
back on again.
we're in very
And it
warm
makes
water
me
because we're
really
so shallow,
sad.
so it's
Because
like
they're
the
at-
risk that
then
it
we're
wouldn't
done with
power back up
enrichment
if it was
activity.
overheated, and then that would be the end of our sampling.
So if you look in upper, see how I've got the arm. So I always rotate with the arm in the same position.
Yeah.
All the way shoulder up, all the way elbow down, yaw, all the way over, pitch all the way up.
Okay.
And that's so I always know where the arm is.
Yeah. Okay.
Because we go through this period of time where you can't see the arm. And it also keeps it the most tucked in
Yeah.
in case you encounter, like in case you get yourself sort of like trapped up against rocks or something like
And you're
that.
not leading with any one of the joints. You're like,
Exactly.
okay, let me know if you want simple salvo.
Okay. I actually think I'm okay without it for right now. Okay, data. You
Yes.
just don't want this in C.
Sorry, it's in B. Don't go in B. You can put it in C if you want.
You can have
Put
C.
it in C.
You can have your favorite
Okay.
slot.
8-ball corner pocket.
And I'm going to leave these current 2 pumps just to overshoot a bit until we
Okay, that
move
went
to a
into
new
C.
area.
Great.
Okay.
Good job, Ryan.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Got a French biology student showing us some love and respect from France.
Nice.
Thank you.
Nice.
Okay. And so I always know how to get into those
293.
extents too. Like
It is, yes,
those are sort of
293.
automatic. You can always make sure you've got them. Even if you can't see the arm, you can still get there.
There we go.
Look at that little bloop. Just blooped away.
No blue button.
No blue button.
Thanks for switching the cameras back. Okay, what else do we want to get here?
Okay, there was a really cool soft coral that's just like right off the screen in the upper right.
Okay.
Is
See
this
the
an
kinda
area?
fuzzy area?
No.
Fuzzy yellow, orange underneath the black crinoid.
Weird. That's a crinoid, the blackness?
Yeah, the blackness is crinoids with like
What?
bazillion arms.
Is this an area we want to consider one of the other Niskins? Val, if you're listening,
How far have
if
we
you have
been
any
since we
opinion.
fired the last one?
Not very far.
5 meters?
Yeah, it's been,
Yeah,
it's pretty close.
I don't even think we've
I
gone
think we
5
have the same
meters.
sample.
Let's be honest.
I think we already have this Niskin.
So I have motor comp is off the chart.
Danger Nepanthia.
Oh my god. It's really hot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got any more questions yet, Belle?
Oh. Yeah, they
well,
had a few questions for the ROV pilots, but
Oh, okay. I think they're a bit busy with just sorting some stuff
yeah,
now.
that's
Yeah, yeah.
that's exactly
If
why.
we've got some science questions, we'll deal with that while you're doing you.
We missed. Someone commented that we just missed a royal blue colored coral base below.
A coral base. Okay.
Yeah. This was a few minutes ago.
Video, did you hear Gabby there?
Yeah, we're
Or
gonna
is she
wait a
off
sec.
mic? Did you want to zoom on? Okay. Yeah. So video, can you see there's a little golden coral just at the bottom center screen?
Yep, bottom
I
center.
think that's the one that Megan was interested in zooming in on and taking a look at.
Yeah, sure. Can do. I'll have to pan down a little bit, but that's okay.
Yep. Okay.
Someone's asking, are those black animals basket stars?
They're crinoids.
Crinoids.
So it's up.
That is a pretty looking coral.
It's very fuzzy.
And what's this brown thing right behind it?
That little brown is Leptocerus. It's a type of coral. This thing that we're looking at is a soft coral called Dendronopanthea. So it's related to the Anthomastus. So they're soft corals, but this one is a little bit different. So I thought it was cool. I thought we should look at it.
And these are found in the deep as well as shallow waters?
Yeah, I mean, like, this is pretty shallow.
Yeah.
This particular one is known to be in shallow water, but some of the Jersemia are found deeper. It's another genus that looks similar to this.
Not the kind of thing you'd see in your normal depth zone, though. Okay, video, thank you. Let's come, maybe if you want to come half wide, Sam,
Yeah.
and then just
We'll see what's
just
around.
pan around a little. Yeah, just take a look.
Yeah, we can look at the super blackness of the crinoid.
Yeah.
Sure.
Wow, that really is black. Video, can you do it? If you use iris, can you make that
Yeah.
open up some? Wow, It's still really black, isn't it? It's hard to
Yeah.
see.
That's with my iris pretty high up.
Maybe if you go pan down video and then go full zoom on the, you see those like the ground around it to the left?
I can't quite pound down right now because pilots have control of that. And I think they're chatting through recovery stuff right now.
Oh, okay.
But we'll just wait on it.
Okay. So maybe just zoom in past the coral then, and I think seeing that like dark red and green, looking at the detail that's in there. It's,
Do the legs open up after, or it just stays like that?
I don't know. I would presume it must be that like if it's in feeding mode, it would stretch itself out.
Because it
and
just
then it
saw one of the legs open up, kind of. See?
Might be like the ones we've seen deeper, right? They go like, they called it full banana when it's curved upwards, and then it like it folds down around the rocks. So maybe this one just curls in on itself while it's in like resting and digesting mode.
You can see them kind of unfurling a little bit. It's cool.
That's cool. Slowly loosening up.
It's beginning to trust us.
Yeah. That's so cool.
Would the ship move in the same direction, whichever you did?
So if we're going to stay in the water, we'll just back up down the hill.
Okay.
If we are going to recover, we have to go south. Or actually, we could go south both ways.
Yeah.
But
So maybe we could start, once we got everybody back in the front row, Megan, we could start thinking about making that move south anyway. But if you move the ship south, you're at least in the right place to either go deeper or recover.
yeah, we can just move ourselves south 100 meters.
Okay, I am happy to go wide video.
Yep.
So what are you thinking, 80 meters due south?
I'd
Megan had
go
thought
a
about
little
100.
bit further from
Yeah.
going
Okay.
south. Let's just do 100.
Okay, 100
100
meters.
will definitely get us to the depth where we're going to be able to cool down if we decide to go down.
Okay.
It'll also bring us down here, so we have like 200 meters before it gets super shallow again.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
If we
So let's go into tow mode so that I don't have to work the motor. So that means you'll turn around, it looks like, to counterclockwise. And I'm going to keep auto depth. So there'll be a little bit of work for the thrusters, but hopefully not too much. Okay. And once we're tail to tail,
then I'll make that move.
yeah.
And data, I will stop pumps. I'll leave them till we start moving off, and then I'll stop them.
And that will be pumps 12 and 13.
That is correct.
Do you think I have
no,
enough
we're
time
still
to
on
grab
10
a
and
Niskin?
11.
Turning
Or
off
not
10
a
and
good
11.
idea?
I don't think so.
Okay.
It's not time so much as I don't want to use the hydraulics basically at all
Okay,
if
yeah.
I can. Oh, it does? Okay. Nope. I'd love to see, what's our delta? I'm going to come up a bit so that we have like a normal sort of stretched out position.
Okay, I just stopped 10 and 11.
You can start moving the ship.
Okay. Bridge nav.
For those of you watching online, we're
Good morning.
just checking out.
We
We've
would
got
like to
some
ship move
overheating
100
issues, it
meters,
seems, in our ROV, so we're
180.4 knots.
just going to be coming off the bottom and heading south into some deeper water.
Thanks.
And reserving the option of, if we need to recover, then we'll be in the right place to recover safely. But another option might be that we can just go down into some deeper water and let the whole system cool down and keep working, but not spend so much time in shallow water. So we're going to get ourselves in a safe place for the vehicle and take it from there.
Okay, Mary, for pumps 10 and 11, was that a finish
Go ahead,
at
Rich.
1221?
That was 1221 at 155 meters.
155, and what was the volume for 10?
It is 150322.
Okay.
And once we start moving, I'll
And the
have you,
volume
like
for
once we're
11?
really truly towing, I'll have you take auto head
143,
off.
143, 194?
193 at the end.
193?
Yeah.
194?
Sorry. 143,
Okay.
193.
Got it.
Yeah. And I did just start pumps 12 and 13 because we're going to be moving over some new areas.
Can you show me the ship
Okay,
trajectory
so
there?
12 and 13. And that is a start at 1221 also?
They also start at 1221 and at the same depth.
Okay.
Can we zoom real fast?
Go for it.
These ones are different.
Okay, go wide.
Cool, thanks.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Megan, you got those two?
And we have some fish in line here, so this is not a great place to hang out.
Okay.
I'm going to come up a little bit more. Or no.
And that's 294 and 295?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's correct.
Data, did you get that? Do you track observation of fishing line when we see it?
Fishing line, got it.
Okay, the ship is going. Great. Okay, can you take your auto head off? Great. Hey, Robert.
Yeah, I think if it, they said they had some, I was just looking, there was really good corals at like the 200, 250 meter range. I don't know if that's deep enough to make a difference for heating and stuff like that.
Yeah,
There was a nice
it
vertical
should be
wall,
cooler
so
there.
see if we could just do transects from 230 up to 150 and then just keep moving along and see. I think when they came up, they said they had a really steep vertical wall, so they couldn't sample so easily in that depth range, but there'd be good corals there, so moving along slope and going back down to that same depth range again would be a good thing.
It'll be hard to recover, too, until 4 o'clock.
We could follow like a parallel track, Megan, and just do the same transect, but further along to the east. And the smart thing might be to err on the side of caution. If we get to 500 meters, we can get everything down below 10 Celsius. And that's a good way to get it cold. Then it'll, because, yeah. Yeah. What's your 500 meters? Yeah.
Yeah, what's
Your
your
500
what's
meters
your
is deeper
500
than my
meters?
500 meters.
I mean, I could count the lines, but it's hard. Contours. Also, I'm reading this in red light, so my blues and greens are kind of strange looking.
Feels like HYPACK needs a little tool where you could just put your cursor somewhere and it would tell you what the depth was there as well.
Yeah, it doesn't do that.
No. That'd be too easy.
It would be too easy.
Good work, team, sorting through that
I
and
think that
coming up with another plan.
Nav-G will do that if there's depth inside the picture.
I'm pleased with our plan here.
Yeah,
We'll come up with something that works.
While we're in towing mode, can we actually go any deeper at the same time? Or should you just do one thing at a time? I just think you get about 5 degrees cooler for every 100 meters you go down here. at the
Okay.
moment,
Yeah.
So
Things are definitely cooler already.
Okay.
Just being water cooled now, because we were
Okay,
sitting in the
just-
same place, just heating up
right,
the water
so
around the
just
motor.
towing. It's
Yeah,
just
and now
like
that we're
flushing
towing,
water around it.
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So like we're no longer in emergency mode.
Mm-hmm.
283. What was the depth?
I mean, in the science chat, what Val had volunteered, Megan, was that it was in the sort of 250 to 200 zone was where the really good corals were.
Okay, yeah.
So if we are out of emergency mode, maybe we only need to go as deep as 300.
Okay, yeah, I think we're going to hit 300.
And then we
I
wouldn't need
think
to
my
go any-
interpretation of blue and green right now was a little off.
I don't
was
see any
gonna
blue on the
check.
screen. I think it's all green.
Yeah, it's all green. Well, I'm
But if we
looking at the
get to-
printout, and it all looks
And
green
then it looks
to
blue
me.
in there. Okay.
Okay.
But if we
so
just got to somewhere where we had 300 meters, that might be
my understanding
plenty,
was that
right?
we wanted to stay on. So we did this sort of southward move because it was the right sort of emergency move.
Yeah.
My understanding is we kind of want to stay on the ridge a little bit because that's got the least potential for spans of gear.
Yeah, let's look at the bathymetry
So there's
here.
the next ridge. You see where the,
So I think there's,
if you look at where the
we're
bow of the
still
ship
on
is,
the ridge. So
Yeah.
the ridge comes out like this.
Okay.
if you
So I
look at
think
where
we'll
the
be
bow
alright.
of the ship is right now in high pack,
Mm-hmm.
then if you imagine a line parallel to the one we did,
Yeah, just right
that-
up.
yeah. Because it looks like if you just go a little
I
bit
think
forward
that-
of where the ship is now, then there's, like
So
that might be
Because
where
we'll
the edge of
run
that ridge is.
this
Yeah.
parallel line.
But so we'd need to move the ship like ahead a ship's length, right? If
So
we could go at the stern of the ship where the bow is now.
Oh, you want to do this?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think if we were to move that way, I'd want to go back north again. So, because I realize we're on the ridge now, but there are all these little sticky outy bits over here. And I think that we very specifically elected to be on the very prow of the
Right.
ridge because there's very little chance of anything being in the water column.
Mhm.
Whereas if you work on the side here, you can get spans from here to here
Oh, okay.
of gear.
Okay.
So that's sort of the
you want to be deeper into the ridge. Okay, so
yeah. So we want to be on the more on the promontory.
you
of
want
the
to
ridge.
be over here.
so a parallel line
Yeah, we can
offset
be
to
over.
the north.
That would be a sweet place to be.
Yep.
I would love that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know where the difficult parts of the current were, but and
It
that
was, I think it was like somewhere
Mm-hmm.
up in here. What depth was sample 283 at?
283. One moment. $359 meters.
Okay, so we'll be dropping down
Mm-hmm.
somewhere around between
So if we
350
went,
and 400.
so
Okay.
if we went kind of due west, the next move, do you think? To get across to wherever
Oh,
we would pick
so
up the line that Gabby
if
wants, or is that too
we-
fast? Is that going to take us too deep?
No, that won't take us too deep. I think that'll be 175 meters
Yeah.
west.
So we could do that and then just start up on a parallel track to what we just did.
Yeah, and then we'll come up like this.
Yeah.
Okay. Bridge nav. We would like to move 175 meters, 270. And let's go 0.5.
Oh, that's a warp speed.
Yeah. Well, we're towing in the water column. Might as well.
We're being definitely a mesoboat right now. for
Yeah.
the eDNA samples.
Oh, do you guys get good data for this stuff?
Well, I know Annette was really keen to get data in this above 200, but we've had bad luck with pumps recently. So she's getting some great water column. I mean, we didn't really have a choice because I started a pump and then we began this, so it is what it is, and I hope she likes it. But I think she's pretty interested in what happens in this final 200 meters of the water column.
That's awesome. Cool. Will we get some on recovery as well then?
So that depends on if we have any pumps left. So
Gotcha.
when we're already pretty far through the pumps budget. We've only got 2 more after the ones that we're currently pumping.
Okay.
So.
What do we usually run the motor temp at? HPU temp. 65 at most. Yeah, interesting. Yeah. When we're in the cold water, not doing very much. Okay.
So, Bal, in American Samoa, are there any traditional things people do on with their weekends?
Yeah, and it's called cleaning.
Oh. That's when you catch up for the stuff you can't do when you're working during the week.
Holidays. Some people do not know how to. Well, there's barbecue and stuff during the holidays, but usually weekends, non-stop cleaning. But on Sundays.
And then church on Sundays.
Church, strictly church Sunday.
Yeah. So Saturday's cleaning day?
Cleaning day. I'm actually my kids called me today and said there's a circus in town.
Oh, really?
From Apiado, from Samoa.
Yeah. That's why Rai's been singing the circus music all week.
Oh, that's where it was coming from.
Yeah,
She
it
didn't
wasn't
even
in
know.
your head, Rai. It was
I
in
didn't
town.
think of that, yeah.
And if you had got that song out of your head, it's now straight back in there.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So are they going then?
No, they're
they already
actually
been?
waiting for me to take them.
Oh, nice.
Go with
Okay.
Yeah.
So that'll be something you do when you get home next week.
Yep. Most
Nice.
likely. Gotta make
So
it up
did
to the
you-
kids.
So did you make sure that they were busy doing cleaning today at the weekends if you're not there? Or are you
Sure
going to
they're-
have even more cleaning to do than usual when you get home?
I'm sure they're having a blast. But then again, they have my mom, so
Oh, okay.
she probably
She's
got
probably
them.
got them helping out.
Yep. You know, yesterday, Stefano and I, we were just sitting at the lounge, and he was talking. We were sharing about our experience in this room, and he was laughing because he was saying that one of the questions that he asked everybody in the room was, if given an opportunity to choose any seat besides the seat that you're sitting on, which one would he choose to see? So he was the first one to answer, and he said, most definitely the ROV pilot. And then, mind you, Bob is the one that's on his watch, and Bob's like, nope, nobody's coming here. And then
This
I
is
started
my seat.
sharing.
Yeah.
Yeah, then I was sharing, oh no, not Gabby. Gabby's been letting
Right.
Rye and Megan and
Yeah.
give them pointers
Yeah.
and stuff. And
I
then
mean,
he asked me
they're ROV operators. They have
different
Mhm.
styles. Yeah.
This is part of their purview for sure. But it's also really good to get like just to cross train in general.
Yeah.
Usually towards the end of the cruise, when everyone's like, when all of our communication has gotten quite good and we've learned how to work together
Yeah.
really well, we start to swap seats more.
Yeah.
And have like more trust in each other. But I think it's really good to have the operators all experience each other's seats. I think it makes us all much better operators. And then if there's really good opportunities to get, guest stars in the front row, like when the flying is really nice and fun, then we'll bring like guest stars from other rows into the front.
Santiago got to pilot last night, this morning.
Totally, and that's very much dependent on the type of dive that we've got,
Right.
and whether the vehicles are working right, and whether we're not on a cliff face with a comp that's wrapped, and the sorts of things that we're seeing tonight.
Fishing lines
gear
strolled
and,
across the
this
sea
is not
floor.
an ideal one, but certainly in the front row, Megan and Rye are professional ROV operators, and so we've all got to be able to sit in every seat. And Samantha too.
And it helps us make us better at our jobs, understanding what everybody else's job is.
Except that I'm never going to be good at just rattling off Latin names. There's nothing that's going to make me good at that.
Row.
Gabby, you're actually getting really good at it.
You got your sample location in, Gabby.
Yeah.
You did do that part of the navigator job.
Yeah, no,
You
it's
did.
true.
But you
needed prompting.
did learn how to put it in and put a label in. So good job. You're really coming on.
But yeah, anytime we can, we try and show people what the other roles in the van are, because that's kind of what this ship is about.
Yep, and I think this is the most, what I'm going to miss the most is the people and learning from each other and just, when am I ever going to be in the same room with a bunch of experts with doctor degrees and, different backgrounds? Never, I don't think so.
And it is this ship in particular I've found over the years just has the most amazing richness of life experiences of the people that choose to come and hang out together. So the story, the backstories of everybody, of how the different career paths they're following and what they're up to. A lot of ships, it's like, what do you do when you go home? I go home and analyze the samples.
Yeah.
Then we get, what do you do when you go home? And Chris sitting next to me is like, well, I get on a private jet and I fly to Palmyra Atoll and I stay there for 6 months because this is actually the boring job I do. This is what I do when I'm being a sensible grown-up. But
sensible
Chris's sensible grown-up job.
Oh, kind of, yeah.
Kind of. And he has a lot of responsibility, the other job, but it's outside the usual 9 to 5 that most people live.
That's really funny.
Yeah, it is.
This is my sensible grown-up job too, but I don't have a backup.
This is my only job.
Yeah, this is my only job too.
What are people doing after this cruise is over?
Nothing.
Yes, correct answer.
Specifically nothing.
Nothing until
your
pull
next
out.
cruise in a couple weeks.
Yeah, that's like, what are they doing? The front rows all coming back.
Yeah.
I'm not coming back. I'm stuck at school.
Oh, you're going
yeah.
to school.
No,
right.
yeah, I have my last quarter at the University of Washington this fall.
Oh, that's
and then
amazing.
Which is
done
really
in
Do you
exciting.
have something next on the list for you? Or?
Not really, not necessarily right after school, so I'm kind of on the prowl for things. But
Everybody,
I have,
Samantha's looking for opportunities.
Oh, right.
So you have
She's an amazing illustrator and super talented camera operator, and
gosh.
also a pretty decent mind reader.
Oh my gosh, thanks.
Yeah.
No, yeah, the only thing that I have like solidly in the books for next year is a hummingbird documentary in Colombia.
Stop
And
it.
That's all you have?
A little,
all you have.
Just a little documentary.
Well, that and a marriage proposal, I seem to remember.
Actually, no, the ceremony's next year. But yeah, there's that, and then I might be working on a kid show, so that'll be a lot of fun in the
Oh,
spring.
cool.
So we'll see. But yeah, it's just kind of like reward myself for working hard, doing school, and then we'll see what happens
See,
from there.
you're going to be graduating at the end of the year then?
Yeah, I'm graduating in December of this year,
Nice.
which is like perfectly in time with my birthday, perfectly in time with everyone being happy because it's holiday season.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm really excited.
Lots to celebrate.
And what will your final degree be in? Like, what's your, it's master's or?
I'm an undergrad, so it'll be my
Undergrad.
bachelor's.
Okay.
The official thing is Bachelor's of Science in Ecology, Evolution, Conservation Biology, and Marine Biology with interdisciplinary honors.
Oh,
So
that
that's
is
the
amazing.
Wow, that's
That is a
title.
great degree title.
It's been a fun ride, and I'm graduating a little bit early, so I'm very shocked that all happened.
Would you want to go to
Congratulations.
grad school?
I'm considering it, especially after like the presentation thing that I did a few days ago. Adam brought up the communications degree master's program at URI, so that sounds pretty cool. There's also a ton of other communications and like wildlife sciences degrees that I've seen from other places that offer master's programs, so those are definitely on my radar, but I think I'd want to see how projects go for a bit. I definitely love doing field work and stuff like this for sure, so it's been really awesome getting to dive into this through the internship program with Nautilus, but yeah, it's been great.
I think there's a really awesome program in Bozeman, Montana as well.
Yes, there is.
Montana State, is it?
Yeah, I have a few friends that are doing that program
Yeah.
right now as we speak, so
I've met
it's
some
super cool.
interns that were doing that somewhere, through ocean exploration again, somewhere
Yeah.
a few years ago, but Bozeman's a wonderful place.
Oh yeah, it's great.
If you've been to visit there, it's
Yeah, that's the plan, hopefully. I think the last video engineer intern, Zach from the last leg of American Samoa, does that program at MSU.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Yeah. It's been pretty cool seeing where people have gone. But yeah,
Bit more skiing there than in Rhode Island.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But yep, it's just back to Seattle, finishing up school, and see what happens after that.
Cool.
Where are you headed to after this, Chris?
I am going to go and see a spaceship get launched.
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
So
yeah,
I'm going
you're
home
doing
for a week.
Europa
I'm going
Clipper.
home for a week. I'll be home for a week and then flying down to Florida. So I have a
I'm
science
still,
meeting
like,
that we've kind of tied
Can't
to
believe
it. But
that's happening.
Yeah.
That's like
That's
such
so
an
cool.
incredible, like, pie in the sky sort of mission.
yeah, it
It's
was
like it's very hard for me to wrap my head around the fact that that's a real space mission.
when I.
It's really happening with real spacecraft
Yeah.
and Chris German.
I'm not going. I'm just going to watch. I'm gonna hold their
You'll
coat.
be there.
But yeah,
we can
it was
say
like
we know someone.
it was like 2015, I think it was. So when I'd spent 10 years at Woods Hole as the chief scientist for deep submergence, and then I handed off to Adam. Actually, he took over from me.
Oh, right.
So he was taking that job on, and I was like, okay, I've spent the last 10 years kind of really in the zone of this kind of management type role, and now I get to go back to doing full-time science. What am I going to do? So I had a buddy who'd been over on sabbatical who was the deputy director of the marine lab in Germany, in Kiel.
We're just settling out.
So he'd invited me over to go and hang out there, just to it was
Okay,
like
so
make a clean break.
We'll do
So
a
I said to
similar
Adam, I'm
route
here,
to
but
what we just did.
like
and that
this
will
is
be
how
awesome,
everyone's
just
going to have to
parallel.
learn that it's you doing the job, not me now. So if
Right.
I'm just going to
And
take myself
I would
away,
love a heads up
and
when
then
we
you've just
did.
got a clean slate. So it's like, it's your show. You know where I am. Nobody else knows where I am. They'll have to come to you. It's basically, it's your game.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so I was
Yeah, I
over
think
there
they
and
were
just
going
had a chance to do a lot of
047
reading around. Like,
Before,
I had
and
more
think
free time
so
than
I
I'd
think
had for a
it's
while.
Perfectly parallel.
And that's when I started reading